What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? We got Jabber versus Poseidon here for the grand finale of the Warrior matchup mirror ditto extravaganza. It's just a Warrior tournament, but the last two games have both been mirrors, which is really unlikely in this tournament setting in general. We almost never see mirrors. I hate this song so much. I'm gonna have to skip it real quick. I'm so sorry. It's awful. I have to get that one off of there. But yeah, Jabber, I don't know. I feel like he might be in a bit of a rough spot here. Poseidon's really good at Ravana. He's got the Diamond Ravana. Plays him very regularly in the 2v2, just in general as well. And Jabber, definitely not known for his warriors, but he's shown great skill with them all today. Just when going up in a mirror match like this against somebody that's, you know, a little bit more known for the god, that's a ballsy thing to do. Poseidon did go with the Chalice start and the mana pots with just the Death Toll, no boots, whereas Jabber goes for the boots. Death Toll, so he'll get his boots on a little bit faster. Poseidon doing my build, Jabber doing the other build, and both going Shell. All throughout this tournament, it seems everyone's been just rushing Shell. With few exceptions. But yeah, these have been good mirror matches. Usually mirror matches are like awful. Like if you get like Scylla versus Scylla, or like Kukulkan versus Kukulkan, you're just like, oh my god, these are characters that could be fun, but it's not fun right now, and it's not going to be fun. Ooh, scary. Poseidon didn't have his 2, oddly. Oh wow, and he actually ulted out a little bit prematurely, it looks like, because I don't think Jabber had anything up for him right now. Now, however, this is going to be scary. He's got his 2 available, or he should at least, yeah. He needs to heal. Alright, there he goes. Uses the 2 and no mana available for Jabber. That's the one good thing about this build that Poseidon went. It's, you know, more forgiving in the mana department. Allows you to spam spells more frequently and regen that mana. Whereas Jabber doesn't have as many mana pots, therefore, you know, falls a little bit behind in that area. But both end up backing at the same time, so that ends up being good for Jabber, for Destiny, aka Poseidon, who no longer has to worry about Jabber just automatically taking down that red buff without any consequences. In fact, Jabber still hasn't gone for the red buff, while Destiny has now gone for the blue buff, and that's a really good position for it to be in. Because now the position to steal this red buff might be on the table for him. Yep, here it is. Oh, the 2 actually stole it from Jabber. So close. And now that's a scary engagement that Poseidon's fighting into a red buff with. I don't think he's going to be able to make it out of this. Oh, shit. They both just got ultimate. Oh my god, both fighting into it. They know that whoever ults first loses, and Jabber ults first. Wow, I can't believe it. Jabber just got real trigger happy there, wanted to finish it, was scared that something was going to come out of Poseidon that he wouldn't be able to match, and in fact, he ends up screwing himself there and costing himself that engagement. Really good play from Poseidon. Sorry, it's tough for me to call him Poseidon since his name is Destiny, like everywhere else, and he's a mod, so it's like, god damn. The pressure really got the best of him in that scenario. He just he felt like he had to do something there, and he couldn't believe, probably even couldn't believe how long Poseidon was waiting that out, because like I can't believe he didn't know it yet. It looked he was absolutely gonna die, but Poseidon left it to the last millisecond. Really heads up play. And now that puts him in a comfortable lead, about 600 gold above Jabber. Most of the mirror matches, or the other mirror match we saw today, pretty much was dictated by who got that first blood, and who opened up the game. And we'll see if it you know, kind of continues that way. That's generally the way that mirrors go in general, and it could make them a little bit uninteresting. But these ones have been very back and forth, the Warrior games in general, and I think we'll see a little bit more come out of this one. But if not, we'll see if Jabber can, you know, what he'll go for in the next game. This is a best of 3, so see what he, you know, what he strategizes. The thing about Ravens is like they're always balls deep. You know, they're always going. I hate that I just used that expression, but you know, they're always fucking just going for it. And this matchup probably can't possibly get stale with only one defense item apiece. Both going straight for the defense item. We'll see if it's a Nemean or a breastplate. We've seen a little bit of deviation in that build amongst all the different warrior players here. Yeah, Jabber just getting out traded here, but Poseidon fighting into creeps a little bit, so you know, taking a little bit of extra damage, keeping Jabber in this. Now, Jabber's game plan here, when behind this much, should really just be to stay back and hope that Poseidon makes some misplays. He has to try to scrounge for any buffs that he can. That red buff is not something that he can fight for, but his own blue buff and the enemy blue buff, and any other time that the red buff goes like unchecked, he can go and try to sneak those away. And other than that, he can't really fight for much. You know, can't take any big risks. Just has to be on the back foot and trying to force Poseidon into, you know, some impatient decisions and try to capitalize. That's pretty much all you can hope to do in matchups like these, where you're the same god as the enemy and you know that, you know, they have all the potential that you do, but even better right at this moment. So yeah, just gotta try to, you know, play with your back against the wall. You know, unfortunately, this being a MOBA, you constantly getting more behind as they, you know, as they grow. You're gonna have a very tough time fighting back into them at the neutral. So you gotta find ways to just make them misplay. Sometimes build can be a big part of that too. Maybe he'll find some sort of a stronghold in the build that Poseidon doesn't. But Poseidon is going for the auto attack here, and it looks like, I think that's probably gonna be the option. Oh shit, Jabber's letting us know that he's not going to surrender. As he misses that one creep, and that one creep's going to annoyingly survive. Yeah, I imagine both are going to go straight into auto attack, but there's different, you know, methods of which auto attack item to build when. Ickful being the go-to for Poseidon, such a fantastic boxing item, even after the nerf it received. The one thing about this matchup is it could be real hard for either one to lock down a kill. They've both got CC immunity on their 2s, obviously, and the ultimate as well to be able to escape.
You can tap out now and save yourself a lot of pain.
So when you're that elusive, it could make the game run quite late. And that does yield a bit more for Jabber to be able to just try to hang in there and hope for some options to come up. And he does, in fact, go for a different kind of build choice here than Poseidon. He's looking to just vary it up and see if he can get something else going that'll give him a better, you know, just a better overall game here. I'm not sure what it is, though. I don't know if he'd be rushing stone cutting here. He could be. Stone cutting is allowed in the tournament. It's no defense items, no items that are primarily, or that just give physical protections. But then you are allowed to pick up the items that give you protections in the passive. I think that's got to be it, because I doubt there would be anything else. I don't think he'd be going for hazing Katana at this point. I don't think it really makes sense this early, but we'll see. Yeah, stone cutting would be a really underlooked item in that case. There's the one problem where I definitely was not clear enough about whether stone cutting, like items like it, would be allowed or not, because I said only one defense item, and you know they're extremely blurry lines, like you know what constitutes as defense, and I said only physical protections, but does that count in the passive? And yeah, so it's entirely my bad, and I'll make sure to be more transparent about that. See who's gonna win this one. Both of them definitely looking to fight here. Jabber doesn't want to give anything else up. He's already down about 900. But he's, you know, clearly can't take these boxing fights. Both did go into the Nemean line, which makes sense. Fighting into the auto attack builds. You want to be able to counter that as best as possible. Yeah, like I said, even when Jabber like expends his 2, Brosidon knows that he can't go back in on it, because he's still got an ultimate available, so there's no point to commit. Ah, that's so funny. He actually rooted him so he wouldn't be able to come over and won it. This is the best of 3. And this wasn't a mutual agreement to play this god, by the way, actually. And the Ravana game that Jabber was just in, where they both went the same skin and Ravana, which was, you know, already unorthodox in the tournament, that wasn't actually planned on either. I thought that it absolutely had to be. It seemed way too coincidental, but no, it was straight up just them picking the god that they wanted to. Brosidon's really getting big in the build right now. Already got Executioner online, and Stone Cutting does come out for Jabber. What? Oh my god. But Jabber, you know, that Stone Cutting is going to be helpful, but it's a big investment. It's an expensive item, and it puts him, you know, quite a bit behind in terms of, you know, just what he has on his plate versus what Brosidon has. He's hoping that this item can really turn the fights for him. And maybe it will, though. I mean, the passive does give him protection, so he's going to have extra protections that Brosidon doesn't have right now. But at this point, still fighting into Ickful plus Execution or just Stone Cutting. I just don't think, I just don't think it works out. Wow, that heal. That's real intense. Especially at this point, he doesn't have the attack speed online to be able to really make that Stone Cutting work too well. Brosidon looking at this thing, but it looks like a bait. Yeah, he had a ward up. Just gonna just gonna walk him out there. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Jabber's thinking with this Stone Cutting. He said he probably just wants to give himself an edge in some way that he thinks that will help. And he figures if he goes the same build as Brosidon, you know, he's not going to do himself any favors. But, you know, in reality, he might. It might still be best to go the standard build because, you know, it's standard for a reason. It's going to be the most effective to, you know, turn the fights if Brosidon does slip up and Jabber's given an option. Shield of Thorns picked up for both, you know, just should be absolutely core here, fighting, you know, two warriors. The important ass boxing matches. Literal boxing matches. I watched that Mayweather versus McGregor, you guys. Overrated. That wasn't that fun. They just kept hugging each other and shit. I didn't get it. Once again, secured by Brosidon. He's been so good at making sure that he comes out on top with that red buff. They just kept hugging each other, and every 5 seconds, the ref having to keep say stop, 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 because McGregor didn't even know what game he was playing. Man, playing Super Smash Bros. I know nothing about boxing, though. I know a little bit from, like, Daredevil. What other things have I seen? I've seen, like, one of those big boxing movies once way back, but I can't remember. But that's pretty much what we see here. The very patient Mayweather in Jabberjaws, trying to outweight this Poseidon early McGregor-esque show of brute force and agility, you know? Will it work out again? The same scenario. Or will Poseidon just inflict too many blows onto the pensive Jabber who's waiting for his moment? Will that moment never come? I did watch the Defenders. I thought it was ass. I was so disappointed at that. And I loved Daredevil and Luke Cage, like Jessica Jones. That was so poorly written. I could not believe it. It's like, it was insane, man. I have no idea what they're doing. Yeah, DQ and stop. That's not legal. Get off his neck. He kept saying that. Get off his neck. Damn guy. Yeah, I like this strategy from Poseidon here right now, making sure that he keeps fighting Jabber off of the Bull Demon and then going over to it himself to be able to just force another fight or force the Bull Demon for himself, you know? Easy to do that bait, and we all do it, you know, game to game, but he's doing an extended bait here where he just keeps fighting him back out and then going back towards it. Unfortunately for him right now, it's not working out yet because Jabber is sustaining for the most part with his 3, and just, you know, he's surviving through it. Ooh, good damage, though. This might be the damage that he needs. If he can't kill him, he could at least... Ooh, he actually missed it off the mark. Ooh, can Jabber turn it? No, shells pop. Too much damage is coming out. And surrender. Honestly, a good surrender from Jabber, recognizing there's not much more for him here. You know, he's so far behind in a mirror match against someone who seems to just be much more proficient on the God. So let's go on to game 2. GG.